Here we go. Move myself a little up there. Or not? Not quite sure. Water. Warning, this game deals. Let me make sure I set that. No, yeah, I set that up. Okay. This game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players. Please see our content warning in the system menu for a detailed list of themes and events. You wake to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke, fire. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it, blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here, or what on Bertram is happening. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet and collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn. From the smoke, a figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is ringing in your ears. I'm gonna go through this and just make all of the choices that I would make because I like playing choose your own stories that games that way. So I'm just gonna do that. You try to stand up, but one of your legs folds uselessly underneath you and won't hold your weight. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arms over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Low season. Rolling eyes, you shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? Oh, what the fuck? The creature howls and lunges, its jaws open. You are born on a statospheric Earth. First colony ship halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic garden, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertrum. 4? I think that's 4, right, in Roman numerals? In the hope that they would escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They name you... Oh. Can I choose my own name? Okay. You're a bright-eyed child with attractive imagination. Sometimes not attractive, attentive. Active? Active. I'm so fucking dyslexic. You're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. Uses the sliders on use the Bro, I am so cooked. Use the sliders on the left to choose pronouns and late teens appearance. These can be changed at any time. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. You wonder if this is what Vertram, I hope I'm saying that right, will be like. Well, I got stats and everything. Memories, friends, system, character traits, stress level, rebellion. Every child on the stratosphere is given one genetic enhancement by age 6. You see your first signs. You see the first signs of yours. Oh, and I get to choose? Ooh, okay, so which one of these would I like the most? What is absorbent? Absorbent? Okay, I'm gonna look up what that means. Absorbent. Oh, okay, so just increased intelligence, extra fingers, eagle, eagle eyes, super strength, calm temperament. I'm gonna go for the brain thing because that's what I would choose personally. Professor Hall says kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges. But when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. Not for you. You're always learning, and your curiosity knows no end. The other kids have trouble keeping up with you, but one tries. But one tries. Oh! So you select a certain set of personality types and that Huh. I am so confused. Oh, but you can select by what personality traits you would want in a friend. Okay. I'm honestly stumped on which one to pick. Just genuine way. Um, Tangent's a really funny name. Cal's a sweetheart, always ready to lend a hand, or play a game. He is he and Tammy are just as inseparable, so it's almost like you have two best friends instead of just one. Cal teaches you how to take care of all the classroom plants. Your parents are very proud of the both of you. That's sweet. I'm gonna go with that. You're 10 years old. When the ship finally reaches the wormhole, Professor Howe says it's like a doorway to other star systems. The planet Vertram, Vertranam. It's funny how close it is to Veltram, but Vertranam 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. Oh. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods just in case. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Washika, your dad soothes. We'll, we'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we practiced. Mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights switch on as the sirens begin to sound, somewhere distant in the ship. You try to hold, your breath slowly like you were taught. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out, porthole, the stars are gone. And you're frightened, you get in touch with your emotions. It's the only one I can choose. It's probably what I would do anyway. You bawl like a baby. Feels good. You aren't the only one nearby. Your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheek. Mars is trying to quietly console her. She sighs as your crying makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Your dad puts his arms around you as you let it out. -10 stress, +2 friendship with Tammy, +2 friendship with Mars, gained memory stress cry. You wait, the shaking builds. The entryway starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long, your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon, contracting down to the size of an atom as at the same time. Is this the wormhole? You hear the distant, omniscient squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is the sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow everything's gonna be okay. The shuddering retches as Chris, the shuddering retches at a crescendo. You hear a impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall head first. You black out. As you slip into unconsciousness, you feel yourself twisted out of time, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. and more than just one tomorrow, lots of tomorrows, different tomorrows. You find yourself in a different place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger. Grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. Distantly, you can feel the ship shaking has stopped, and you hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. Drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the med bay. The med bay under you plays a soft tune, and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something's different about this room. It's so bright. Try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, glass wall domes, and walls ringed by giant mushrooms like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people are walking around outside on the ground. Better get out there and join them. Sure. It's so hard to get comfortable in the steel chair. Unless you're outside and start your new life. Oh. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic drones. To walk, click the ground. Click a character to talk to them. Start the colony. Which way is east and which way is west on here? Sheikah. Why did I mispronounce my own name? The dyslexia is strong within me. Washika, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it would be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year. He's snoozing little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Welcome to Vertranet. I'm going to call it Vert from now on. Welcome to Vert, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratosphere from that. You've never seen the stratosphere from the outside, except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two, and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. It's beautiful. How did you do this so fast? What's outside the walls? Oh, don't worry about that, my dear Aubergine? He says, nothing that could hurt you. We just don't want you getting lost in the big, big world out there. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? Yes? You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in the medbay. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what it is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hands shake, but how? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Rashika? He snaps his fingers. Dr. Instant shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes the sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe that's all it is. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Yoshika, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed, and he stops himself. Don't worry, we're going to fix it. Your mother and I. Professor Hall is expecting you in classes, if you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier, or you can relax in your quarters until you're feeling better. Your talk later tonight, he says, and kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Ashika. I love you. Love you too, Dad, or give him a thumbs up. To enter buildings, click the door or the flag beside it, or get close and press enter or another action button. Then choose an activity for the month to gain skills in advance time. There are 13 months a year and 10 years at the end of the game. You'll only have time to focus on a few things. Hello, child. You see Dis sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall at the south where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly, without looking up. He says there's nothing to be afraid of, but then why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memories so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wiggling. For years in space, you'd had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed or shifting through the wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking you from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I believe you. Stop making things up. My dad says there's nothing bad out there. I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic. I can tell no one believes me. Turns back and ignores you. Huge, wriggling, and dangerous. I think I'm just gonna leave him alone. Oh, you tried. This is so sensitive about being teased. Hello, other random child. Hey, Rishika. Anemone says, seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from the snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold, but it's still neat. And you can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. Always feel grounded near her. Just snow spirals, she says, but earlier me and Cal made a big snow pile. You missed it while you were sleeping in medbay. She smiles her broad gap-toothed smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. Aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School? I wondered where everyone was. I guess I'm gonna be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay, she says. Professor Hall is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. He grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race me. No fair, you're getting a head start. I'm assuming this is engineering, right? Yeah, okay. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other cords lead off to the teaching labs and medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of the wing is off limits to children. Concurrence, the ship's onboard AI, beams down at you from a nearby hollow screen. Don't forget to study hard, Rishika. Pick an activity to do with this month. Study life sciences, study humanities. Biology, reasoning, stress. Do you get like an increase in stress for both of them? Hey, why isn't it? Creativity, persuasion, stress. Good morning, my burgeoning biologist and up and coming chemist, Professor Hall, welcomes you back to your old uh, classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call wet sciences. He gestures to the Hollow Project lesson plan: biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You'll learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further studies in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little more drier, try registering for the engineering classes. Be cool if they had a specific thing well, I mean, they might if they had a thing that like includes psychology and sociology. I wonder if that's included in humanities. I mean, either works for me though, since I'm studying psychology, sociology, and environmental science. For today's lesson, Professor Hall teaches you to start within a fun group project. We'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vert. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over a meter a day and have a diameter up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up surveyor for surveyor notes the on the holonet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist regions of subaquatic, subaquatic swamp. What if we use water instead of soil? Cal suggests, like they do with hydroponics. Tang nods. If they like wet weather, they might work. That might work with Sheikah. Do you have any suggestions? Sing to it daily. Put it under a bright glow light. Lower the water's pH. Run an electric current through it. Yeah, might as well. Why not try everything? Fill the bucket with water and spark snow crystals. And attach a small battery to run a weak current through it and push it over to a spot under a grow light and plop your spore inside. Every day you rush into class to check on the progress. Cow sing quietly to it. Tang refuses to assist in that part. But it doesn't grow. By the end of the week, your bucket is only one with no plant at all. You don't know what you did wrong. Maybe everything. Professor Hall is disappointed. Your experiment wasn't very scientific. If something had worked, you would how would you know what it was? I don't know whether they could try them all at the same time, but I guess I should expect that with kids. You don't even get half marks for effort. When you work, uh, when you work or go to class, you'll play a card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill the 5 planes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Bonus for flushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. Bonus for straights, increasing from left to right. And more cards in a flush, pair, or straight, the higher the bonus added to the total card. Can also affect each other and can be rearranged to find the best total score. Giggling, cow strength, serpent mind, discovering first words. Do I play all of them? Plus 5 to biology, plus 1 to reasoning, plus 15 to stress. Your skills increase when you work or go to school with extra skills if you win the challenge, and a Kobu bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working that reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarter wing. So in friendship with Tangent. Your dinners, your where? Okay, it's the word under. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know, growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the strat on the stratospheric. When you saw them all the time, you stay when you saw them all the time, you stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen you much, little gooseberry, your dad says. Mom watches you as she works a petal out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? Learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Dad smiles. Professor Hall will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the teapot once in a while. Says your dad, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom. I think there's a lot of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby, or being a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put it on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment. Um, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future. And if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you what no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas for how you can spend your time. And some geoponics your mom adds. We could use your help. Oh, the season's called a quiet. Ah, okay. A sharp whistle intrudes your thoughts. Hey Rashika, Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This ship's snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweats, but there's no way I'm going out there in this. I'm going out there in all this weather, she continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me? I don't see why not. Good, Mars clapped. She's probably just down the hill near our quarters. Mars sighs. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Bun is bumping sports ball with her wrist, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts, and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. Bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can relay and keep it going. And Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court. A proper regulated size court. Way bigger than the little sub-G one on the Stratospheric. Her brother Combe is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything. Especially spiking. He coaches me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. How do you... Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Rashika, she says, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here from Mars, soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. What does that mean? She hands you a box wrapped in pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets, made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. Mars puts her hand out expectantly. Give it here. We hand over the box of soy sweets with a smile. Mars takes it and giggles. Such a good sidekick doing everything I say. Okay, I don't think I'm a big fan of this kid. She opens the box and hands you a soy sweet. Your tip, she tells you. Well, at least that's nice. Oh, and the administrator's spegs? Speg. I'm just gonna say spegs. Looks for someone to do delivery jobs. It's looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot, she says. I don't want to do it because, like, ew, running around out there, no. Just go through there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them I referred you. No, thank you. Dice looks at his feet and pretends to not notice you. What? You find your mother hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these planes printed on the walls of your family's quarters for years now. The geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from earth spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach, looking for something to do. She asks, "Remember, Ashika, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time, so long as it's productive." She points towards the engineering wing in the back half of the Stratospirit's severed frame. Professor Hall is still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help out with the work around here. She claps her hands on your shoulders. You've got another minute. Anything you need to know? What are you doing in geoponics? What's happening in engineering? What can I do in the quarters? What's the garrison? What's going on in command? Can I join expeditions? No, I'm good. Oh, you're too young to leave the colony. It's dangerous, she shakes her head. Your father would be worried. There's so much we still don't know about the world out there. Let the adults find out. Then maybe you can join them in a few years when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She isn't going to budge on this one. For now, stay inside the walls. She looks down and nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the color of Earth's plants. We're doing our best, she says, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here, she says, glancing up at the sky. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. She takes a long look up, a long look at you up and down. You're growing faster, Shika, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you on the shoulder. Don't pout. I'll help you build those muscles. We'll need them now that you're out in the real world doing physical work out here. We have to rely on on physical strength. She flexes her biceps. Mom is really strong. It's happening in engineering. Hall's teaching classes on life sciences, engineering, and humanities. If you pass all your tests, maybe he'll let you work there in a few years. Your father thinks you're old enough that school is optional. I don't agree, but I'll be honest with you. She says, gesturing to the fields. We do need every pair of hands we can get. If you want to work with me here in genoponics, I'd suggest studying life science. If you don't have a good grasp of biology or ecology, I'm going to stick you on shovel duty. I do in the quarters. Need break, she advises. You can visit our lounge and see your friends, but she warns, raising a finger. I don't want to see you lounging around all the time. You need to work hard too. It's the garrison. Security Sheep Rat is organizing a sports ball team. You used to play, didn't you, back on the ship? It'll be different here with Earth's gravity, with the planet's gravity. Of all the adults in the colony, Rat and your mom are the most like soldiers. You'd see it on a holovid. For a moment, you think your mom's going to suggest something else. Then she shakes her head. You're too young for defense training, so don't worry about that yet. Just enjoy yourself and stay out of trouble. I think Seek said they need someone to deliver supplies from the depot. They're also setting up a shop there if you've got some ketos to spend. And of course, that's where Captain Governor Idokot works. But you can't bother her. She's a busy woman and she doesn't have your mother's practice with kids. You try not to giggle. Your mom isn't usually known for her patience. It's the same as before. Register for engineering class. I want to see what happens in humanities. Welcome, Washika. Professor Hall greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities, history, literature, language, media, and philosophy. And yes, if you're lucky, we're even a little ancient earth poetry too. He seems excited about the last bit. By the way, if anyone is interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Ungordon's scheduling system. When you have a chance, she'll be helping me teach them. Studying humanities. Okay. creativity. Plus 1 fresh tangent, plus 2 persuasion, plus 15 stress, plus 1 kudos. This week you have a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Hall was going to trip on an uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. He even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Hall walked away, his hash brown safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces, when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. But what if? What if those things haven't happened yet? But they will, someday. Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick, or that you're sick and need to go to the med bay. Eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? You don't want people to worry, you just want to be normal. Secret powers are fun. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. If you just keep going to class and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Hall wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Plants tired looking out. Pants tired looking outside. I hope you find the catalog. Let's make our own list. But a list of native fauna with pictures. There should be a catalog on the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. She looks down when you then you squint your eyes at her. Is that a joke? Oh, it's not funny, Rashika. I need to finish this bio assignment so I can start the engineering lab after lunch. And then I have a physical quiz to study for. Physics quiz to study for. She rolls her eyes. If you won't help, go kick a ball or something with other kids. As you inch away, Tangent has already forgotten about you and is back to her hollow palm. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for, well, your whole entire life. Back on the ship, you used to play with her study partners, used to tease her. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all his nano printer credits to print her different doll every month for a whole year. Your Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Shika, she says. Her voice is soft and dreamy, like a beam of starlight. You want to play dolls? Sure I do. Know what to old for that maybe. Sure I do. I don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has more of them now. She tells you to help quarters. She takes you to her quarters and brings you the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection. A disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements and two super fancy posable porcelain dolls named Lily and Tilly, who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. You cover quickly by saying they must be breakdancing at a club. The two of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. Mars up there. Cal is riding around the geoponics garden on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Rashika. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Yeah, Cal exclaims. Things are actually way better planet side. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over a small depression in the nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this, it's a skate bowl. Cool, can I try? Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. Hello, my little potato, your dad exclaims, smiling warmly. What have you been up to? Just hanging out with my friends. That cow's a good boy, he says. And have you seen Anemone? She's been out by the garrison playing sports ball. I think she's spent every day outside since we landed. He chuckles to himself. Guess that's what happens when you've got enough brothers to make your own sports ball team. He breathes deeply and looks slowly around. Vert is magnificent, isn't it? You nod. Seasons, he shouts, throwing his hands wide. I miss seasons. Back on Earth, it got much colder, and the snow wasn't half as pretty as our spark snow. He sighs, stretching. You just wait until dust season. Both the suns will be high in the sky, and it'll be real hot then, you'll see. I can't do anything unless I dare him to eat a worm. Okay. What is this? No interest. I know what this is as well. Living quarters. And that's the depot thing, and this is geoponics. No, we have just the shovel dirt. This week in biology class, we're learning about predators in play. Professor Hall brings up a picture of a hop eye on the hollow projector and asks, "Who can tell me what special thing hop eyes do when they see a predator?" Ting hand, Ting, Ting, Ting's hand shoots up. They hop away very quickly. That's why we call them Popeye. Hal nods. That's true, but not what I was getting to. Tang stammers and looks upset, like she can't believe she got something wrong. I scans the class again. Anyone else? They bump their feet? They fly away? That's debatable. Gut feeling. You go with your gut and make a guess based on what you know about the behavior of communal mammals. That's right, Hall smiles. Ushika sounds like she might have met one before. Ting gives you a praising look. Maybe she didn't expect this from you. With more difficulty, these harder card challenge options will keep you on your toes. I think I'll just keep the same for now. Really pollen. Just, just spring. I hate, I hate pollen. I think I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna save an end stream for the night because I am tired and I want to go to bed. But let me raid out. Let me see if any of my mutuals are currently live. And I can send you out to one of them. Hmm. One is, but they're playing Marvel Rivals, and that kind of has zero connection to right now. Hmm. Might as well. I'll send you guys out to Silewa. Thank you all for joining the stream today. I will make sure to stream again soon. I'll probably be playing this instead of Silk Song.